All right, guys, we are back, and I want to talk a little more about this situation, guys, that's going on with the PBC and Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, you guys know last weekend we had a fight, Tim Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora for the WBO title, which was held by Tim Tszyu in the vacant WBC title. Now, Sebastian Fundora stepped in, of course, for Keith One-Time Thurman, who was injured. So there were going to be two titles on the line. There wasn't any titles on the line when Keith Thurman was actually going to fight Tim Tszyu due to the fact that the fight wasn't sanctioned. But with Sebastian Fundora being put into the equation, they had the vacant title and, of course, Tim Tszyu's title on the line. Now, to a lot of people's surprise, Sebastian Fundora pulled it off. He was able to defeat Tim Tszyu. I thought Tim Tszyu would win the fight. I know a lot of you guys did. And I want to take my hat off to Sebastian Fundora, by the way, because I thought he fought a damn good fight. Despite the fact that a lot of people were saying that he only won the fight because of the injury that was suffered by Tim Tszyu, the cut on top of his head, and he was, bleeding in his face. I thought he fought an excellent fight, and I think he learned a lot from the knockout from Brian Mendoza. He's a tall, rangy fighter, so he did use his height and reach to his advantage. He pretty much won that fight with a jab, and I thought, he put on an excellent performance. So I'm not going to take anything away from his win. Now, we saw the shenanigans after the fight the PBC was trying to pull. They put Errol Spence Jr., keep in mind, Errol Spence Jr., the last time we saw him, he got stopped by Terrence Bud Crawford. They put him in the ring to throw his hat in there to get a crack at those titles that Sebastian Fundora won there. And they knew that Terrence Bud Crawford had activated his WBO Super Champ status, which put him in line next to face Sebastian Fundora for those titles. But they put Errol in there anyway, in hopes of blocking Crawford out, because Crawford is a thorn in their side and he's messing up their plans, and he's just that damn good that he can do it. So the mission is to keep him away, from getting an opportunity. Well, lo and behold, the WBO ordered the fight. They were backing Crawford. They ordered the fight with Sebastian Fundora and Terrence Bud Crawford. They had, I think, 25 days to, come to a decision on the fight, or it was going to go to purse bid. So they got around it. I would say the PBC and the handlers of Sebastian Fundora got around it by saying that they were going to fight Tim Tszyu next in the rematch. Now, a lot of people were under the impression that the rematch was a verbal thing, but I think it was actually, in the contract. So, yeah, they can do that, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to keep the WBO belt. So, in my opinion, I'm thinking that they're going to drop that belt. And I don't want to put this on Sebastian Fundora, because Sebastian Fundora did say that, he wanted to fight Crawford, who was the best fighter in the world. I have to respect the kid for that. But as far as his handlers go, the PBC and his management, they're going to do everything in their power to make sure he doesn't fight Crawford. And I don't think he's going to rock the boat, Sebastian Fundora, that is, because, they got him the opportunity. I really don't expect him to rock the boat. I expect him to do what they want him to do. But I don't want to put this on him. I'm putting this on the PBC and the management of Sebastian Fundora. Now, keep in mind, I don't dislike the PBC. Some of you guys know I support them. I go to their fights. I buy their merchandise. I have their shirts and hoodies and things of that nature. But I still call out bullshit when I see it. And that was bullshit what they did last weekend, trying to block Crawford out. Well, anyway, while they were doing that, they forgot and they left the back door open for Crawford. You can't keep a good Bud down. You can't keep a good Bud down. He's going to find a way to get himself into the mix where he can't be denied. And I'm looking at Barbosa Box of ESPN Knockouts, and I want to read to you guys what he said here. Bud still may get an opportunity at the IBF title. He's going to go the IBF route, it looks like, or the WBA route, I think. Let me read it first. And possibly a shot at the WBO if it's vacated by Sebastian Fundora. So he says here, It says this great Terence Crawford has Saudi support. He's definitely the number 2 or the number 1 for some pound-for-pound fighter in the world. Israel Madrimov emerging as the front-runner rival for his debut at 154. Solid match looking forward. So that's what he had to say about that. So if you guys didn't know, Israel Madrimov, I think he was actually, Jermell Charlo's mandatory for the IBF, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's the IBF. I have to look at that. I think it's the IBF or it's the WBA. I have to look into that. But whatever title it is, you know, it looks like he may be getting a crack at that. So it's possible, guys, that he can become a unified champion. Now, even though this is not the fight I really wanted for him, he's playing chess right now. He's playing chess right now. He's putting himself in a position to capture a big fight at 154, whether it be Errol Spence Jr., whether it be Sebastian Fundora, whether it be Tim Tszyu, whoever it is, if they want to become undisputed at 154, if Crawford gets these fights, if he gets this fight, if he gets these belts, he's going to become a unified champion, and they're going to have to see him one way or another. And this is what I like, you know, the best competition facing the best competition. Like I said, this guy, I'm sure he's not on Crawford's level, but, you know, he has to do what he has to do to complete the mission. The mission is to become undisputed in a third weight class. In a third weight class. And this right here can put him in a position where that can take place, and he's got the Saudis backing him. His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, you know, what better guy to have in your corner than the guy that's given us, you know, a lot of fights that we want to see. So if this is true, I'm all for it. I'm all for Crawford getting his opportunity. You know, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming, and I know there's a lot of Errol Spence Jr. fans. I'm a fan of Errol, guys. Don't get me wrong, but right is only right. You know, he earned this opportunity. Errol lost the fight, and he lost in dramatic fashion. He shouldn't be getting a shot at a title right now. He really shouldn't. And I'm just telling the truth. You guys don't like the truth. I just finished getting into it with some guy about Canelo Alvarez because I told the truth. People don't want to hear the truth. They rather hear an elaborate lie because it makes them feel good inside. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be a truth teller. And the truth is, I said it in another video, the PBC fears Terence Bud Crawford because they know he's just that damn good. I don't see a whole lot of fighters on their roster defeating Crawford. I just don't. You know, it's apparent to me. It's apparent to a lot of you guys out there. He is the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. The guy is an anomaly. And they want to block him because, you know, he doesn't want to be under their banner. He wants to be a free agent. But, you know, they don't have that same type of energy with Canelo Alvarez. Only with Crawford. But anyway, that is my take on it, guys. We'll see what happens. Let's let it all play out. You know, right now, everything is speculation. But I'm sure Crawford, you know, has something up his sleeve. He's not just going to lie down and just take this stuff lying down. You know, he's a crafty guy. But we'll see what happens next. You guys let me know how you feel about this in the comments section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.